Greetings, fellow hominids, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. Episode 21. Another evolution leap. We are now the Ardi. So I lost my pointy stick. Let's get a new pointy stick. I don't think I have smashed a stick with blue agate, so this is new. Technically, it's one of the reasons why you would want to collect like one of every kind of precious stone, because like it's technically a new alteration. Not a very interesting one, but tis besides the point. All right. Quick check. So there's an alligator there. I might give up on the whole, like, outsider thing, because, like... Oh, you know what? There's a black cat over there. The outsiders are just not... seem to be present in this area, which is fine. It's whatever. I didn't need them, because they're not going to have a genetic mutation anyway. Alright, I'm memorizing that individual. Yeah, you want some? Come on. Come on. I'll make more sticks. Come on, kitty. Does my individual look like he cares about you at all? This is a face of a hominid completely unconcerned by the threat that you think that you command. But you don't. Uh-oh. Thunderstorm. Oh, come on. Now there's a warthog camping this... Rude. Get lost, hog. Well, I got Limpy Cat over there. I'm trying to keep it, like, centered up on my screen so I can see it coming, but it kind of dipped behind the tree line and I don't know where it went. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. I should have memorized that as an... Oh, yeah, there you are. Wait, that's my food! Rude, kitty. Get the hell off my food. You want more? I'm gonna call you Toothpick Pussy at this point. Oh, there's number 2! Oh, into the eyeball! Myrtle! Well, I suppose I'll butcher you. I'm pretty sure I've already butchered plenty of cats, but like, why not? Might help with some neurons. Alright, let's just hat trick this murder spree here and go after the croc next. Come on, the rock. Pick it up. There we go. I suppose before I go after the croc, I'll see if there's somehow an outsider around me again. I mean, now that like, so many of the predators in the vicinity are dead. Oh, I hit it too many times. I'm not used to it being me being good at this. Wait, no, don't put that down. No, stop. Okay, neuron unlock juggling. Alright, here we go. Is there an outsider around? I'm not spotting any wandering hominids. Oh, there's another neuron for senses. Brilliant. So there's a croc there, a croc there. But no outsiders. Come on. Is the other one easier to, like, so the thing is I don't really want to wade deep into its territory because it gets hard to react to in time if it's not like actively coming to you. Oh, this one's closer. Perfect. Booga booga doogie. Come on, toothy puppy. All right. Guess we'll just get a stick from up here. Hey! Second, thank you for the resub. Welcome to the Rad Kills Everything in the Serengeti stream. So, I memorized that individual, but like, where did they go? There they are. We're about to eat some croc croquettes. Are you the one I stabbed? Yes. Very much yes. Alright, I'm in my vigilance stance. And it's dead. Crocodile, oh my. Now, I'm not super far from the other one, so I gotta be careful about the whole, like, butchery process, but still. Delicious. Don't worry, kiddos. You're safe. Probably. Ooh, gross. Gnarly meat, man. Alright, the other croc's not moving towards me yet. Oh, look at that! I'm not sick with the second bite. Or whatever, second serving. Nope, nah, I spoke too soon. Now, another important lesson is stagnant water not so good. I don't think I've ever analyzed stagnant water. But if you were to drink it... Wow, surprisingly, it didn't screw me up. There we go. A little bit more omnivore genes driven into our brain. And let's head back to our nest. Nest, alright, that's the wrong term. Let's head back to our settlement. And sleep on what we've learned. I should still have the obsidian scraper here in order to make this thing into a beautiful tool quickly. Oh, this might just be a... Yeah, it's just a rock. There it is. God, that's fast. Alright, so we wanted to get 12 neurons. Where are we at now? I think we're 12. So this here is eating oviparous meat. Delicious. And this here is once connected, the range of detection of a sound source will be increased, which is going to be really helpful for us to echolocate outsiders, potentially. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, let's change generations. I think what I'll do before I change generations, because I'm not in any particular rush, is do one last search for a drifter before doing that, though. So I'll sleep during the day. Let's update the priority. One last search for outsider and generate. I mean, if we only have 5 mutant adults and 6 mutant children, whatever. It's 11/12 of what we need. It's fine. It's still lots of genes that are going to be locked up into the evolutionary record. And that's what matters. Oh, stop it. Yeah, as Turtle Sandwich used to say, I'll be able to hear farther today than yesterday, which is exactly why I wanted to try to go back out and see if I can't get a drifter with a magic rock. So we have 2 shinies over here. Alright. This rock's almost out of power, but there's still a little oomph left in it. One thing I've not been checking is if it was like on the cliffs above me, which is entirely possible, and I don't typically look in that direction. I've also been mostly working on my hearing senses and not my smelling senses. Of course, if I get a 13th neuron learned, I have to then pick and choose which ones I'm reinforcing, but I suppose that's fine. So that's probably hyena, or no. Horses. Horses. And all community members. Okay, let's pass the generation. I'm fine with it. So the only issue we might end up with is... Yeah, it's not even really going to be an issue. It's just like one fewer mutations. Whatever that individual had, you know, I'm not going to be able to keep. Okay, so we'll have to click all the reinforcements again. And then after we reinforce and pass the generation, it's going to be babies, and then probably an evolution, because I don't see why not. So before I do anything else, let's check out the mutations that we picked up. So, omnivorous mutation. So we're all now, we have 11 mutations locked in. And these are mutations for, so they're the small ones. So for motricity, ambulation, dexterity, attack, communication, preventative medicine, medication, preventative medication, omnivorous, intelligence. Was that 11? Well, whatever the case is, those are the mutations that can be permanently locked in if we then do an evolution. So what I want to do is to have the current adults pair off for more children so that we can keep passing it down the line, and then we'll do the evolution. So I'm not related to you. I'm not related to you. I'm somehow not related to you either. I guess I'm assuming this male has a brother then. That would be the only way that would work out. So am I related to you? Yes, that is my brother. Okay. Cool. This has to be the first non-optimal evolution? Yeah, they don't all need to be perfect either. Like, I'm not overly concerned about them being perfect. I don't think the game was almost even designed for perfect, to be blunt. Because you progress faster than, like, what makes sense historically. So if this is my brother, this individual will be able to mate with anyone because he's not going to be related to anyone. So what I want to do instead is to switch to the single females and then to find the other male to make sure that we have 3 breeding pairs rather than the 2. So you're the other male? Perfect, and we're not related. Okay, that will work. Again, if you're wondering what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make sure that I don't have everyone bonded, and then all that's left is 2 pairs of siblings that then can't have kids, which reduces genetic diversity. It wouldn't ultimately be a big deal, but if I can work towards avoiding it, I might as well, and, you know, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, another way to do it is to intentionally like kill off. So have kids, and if they don't have genetic mutations, kill them off, and then just keep having them. That's another way to like for mutation guarantee perfectionism or whatever. But it's a pretty twisted way, and it's not one that I intend to use. And then you're the last female, perfect. And you should be able to pair up with the brother, which is you? Yes. The Spartan evolution, yeah. Yeah, all the non-ideals get kicked off the cliffside. I suppose what it could have done is formed a coupling here with like a precious stone. I don't know why that didn't occur to me until just now after I'm already done. You could actually keep forming bonds that are non-pregnancy related, but I'm not gonna go that far. Maybe I'll do it next time we have a need for babies. So, 3 babies, and we'll do 3 more, and then trigger an evolution. So one of the babies, any of the babies that are having, that have mutations now, aren't going to be able to lock those in. Because the generation that is currently being born right now, it won't be alive for an evolution. Because they will have a very low percentage of genetic mutations on average. Alright, pregnancy 2. And now to find that last fertile female for pregnancy 3. 'Tis you? Oh my god, why are you all in a pile? It's so hard to select the individual here. You won't need babies right after evolution? I don't know what you're referring to anymore. Yeah, being the weakest link, goodbye. Exactly. Okay. So, let's take a look. Another thing to note is, when you are evolving, your reinforcement points don't work. The reinforcements are only for locking in for next generation. Evolutions don't use those. So here we go. We are going to evolve from Millennium Men. Let's do a leap. When evolving, the spontaneous mutation neurons not carried by adults or elders, so we have 11 now, will be lost. That's fine. So let's see what will become. I'm really curious about this now. Finding emeralds. Ahead of the times. It's funny that it's like, the Great Lake is a memorable location. Happened like way long ago. It's just picking that up now. And you can also see the disparity between the red and white lines. The red line is like how I'm doing, and the white line is like average. So we are racing ahead of you know, the actual rate, which is fine. And most of these evolutionary feats are discoveries. I have been, for better or for worse, prioritizing discoveries over a lot of, like, as a way to just sort of drive evolution, I suppose. And one of the reasons, obviously, min-maxing now was the right time to do an evolution, but one of the big reasons I did it now was that we had explored basically all the jungle, and we're about to head out to the savannah. And why that is significant is, like, in the jungle, it's very easy to be tree-based. Not ground walkers, but tree swingers, climbers, arboreal, or whatever. And then once you're in the savannah, where there's not a lot of trees, you really do have to start walking, bipedalism. So we're right around the time where, like, in real life, the Tumai might not have really been bipeds. The Millennium Men, not really, potentially not really bipeds, but we're getting to the point where bipedalism is going to be the dominant feature of our evolution. And it's also when the rest of the map tends not to have a lot of trees. So it's like the timing is kind of perfect for that. Is this actually advancing world time? Yeah, there isn't really like a world time, so to speak. It's just the ages throughout evolution. But it is picking up a lot of feats, I must say. So we are jumping ahead. And I wonder how many more it will pick up before it will decide on what species we are now. We'll see. So, at the start of the game, just to recap everything, we were the missing links. Basically, a hominid before 10 million years. And then our first major evolution was the Tumai. And then, at the end of in the middle of last stream, towards the end of last stream, we became the Millennium Men, which is available at about 7.2 million years ago. And now we are jumping up to a new species. So here we go. Let's see what we are now. We did have 2 deaths. That's going to set us back a little bit. We had 1 lost to a cat, another lost to gravity, but we had 18 births. And that puts us just under 5.5 million, which is significant because now, through the passage of time, you've progressed to become what is known as the Ardipithecus ramidus, or the Ardi. You have moved through time to 5.5 million years ago, and now will be brought back to the world to catch up on your lineage. Alright. The Ardi can now store more neuronal and nervous system energy and more dopamine. Big thing. I have no idea where we are now, as that happens through the ages. So, current priority, locate self. Okay, you can see the dopamine meter there is huge. We are brave. Or rather, maybe we don't fear as much. Something like that. So, we're in the Rocky Tarn Oasis. Copy that. So that's one where we had already been previously. We had already discovered it, so it didn't warp us ahead to something unknown. And it's gonna take me a second to correct our current home. Rocky Tarn, where is that? That would be 29. Okay, that's actually not super useful. So here's the map. That new red circle is where we are. And that's probably not where we are going to want to be for very long. Right? So I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make the executive decision to relocate us back to somewhere more familiar, more east. Maybe to the same location we were at previously, which is the Hillock Oasis. Because that's way closer to the savannah where we want to be. Because I don't want to be here. So right now we have 5 elders, 6 adults, 6 babies. 3 of the 6 babies are genetic carriers for stuff. What I want to do is I want to round up everybody. It's actually kind of late in the day. So I'm going to prepare. Current priority. Prepare to relocate to Hillock Oasis. And kind of the plan is to relocate to the Hillock Oasis, which is going to be closer to the savannah. And then maybe to take a capable individual to scout out another relocation. So basically to relocate twice. Because if I want to get near the these meteorite sites, well, I can't. It's going to be like a 3-day walk from here. So I'm going to need to relocate to here and then relocate again somewhere in the savannah. But I want to scout the new. I'm not going to take everyone into the savannah without an actual destination in mind. So it's going to require one relocation, then a scouting, then another relocation, and then we'll do the whole mutation meta thing again. So right now it is just to prepare to relocate, which is to say to have adult males arm themselves and piggyback babies, and then be ready to relocate. Also, I have to get adjusted to the new. We look a bit different, and identifying males to elders is a bit trickier, I think. Hello. There we go. All right, there's one more adult male somewhere in here. You? No. It could be female. It doesn't really matter. It's probably this one. Nope, that's female. Female, male. Maybe that one over there? That looks like an elder, though. Wish you could see age in the intelligence screen. Are you an elder? At this point, I could just tell the elders to follow me until there's no more. Oh, it's the one here. Wow, I stared at him and I didn't register that he was the one I was looking for. Alright. Now, where's the babies? There's one. There should be one baby left. So the reason why I don't your request to poll for the second relocation, I actually haven't discovered the areas, so I can't really poll in an area that I haven't yet discovered. It's like, where do you want to relocate? To somewhere I haven't seen yet would just be the only thing I could put on the poll. We did get the neuron for ambulation, which is cool. Another thing is you can hear the vocalizations that they're making are very different than they were before. Come on, strip the limbs off. Oh, you know what? I skipped a stage. Hold on. I skipped the, like, switch hands thing. There we go. Okay. So now all of the adults, presumably, are armed and ready for a relocation when the time comes tomorrow. I might not have a bed here because we were relocated here through evolution. So I'll build a bed and get ready to resettle tomorrow. And then we also already picked up one neuron, which is interesting. Wow. Building a bed actually took some effort. So let's take a look at that neuron. Encephalization, brain size has increased, more neural energy can be accumulated. Nice. Life expectancy has increased. Very nice. Mesolimbic pathway. More dopamine can be accumulated. Stability control. Maintain balance while in shallow water is better. Xenobiotic resistance. Gain full protection against poisonings. Require fewer curatives. Full protection against food poisonings. Elements used to fight food poisonings are more effective. It is possible to remember the position of one more specific location. And again. Vitamin K efficiency. Get full protection against hemorrhages. Ambulation speed. Movement speed is increased. Proprioceptor efficiency. Probabilities of inflicting a lethal blow are increased. Released strength. A successful strike causes more damage. Attachment need. During a generation time lapse, each adult clan member will have automatically developed bonds with a mate, so couples will be formed. That makes my life a little easier. And then those other ones that you just saw ping here are just ones that babies currently have that are not locked in. Alright, I don't have really any neural energy, but obviously there's a lot more new neurons here that are like very effective, like running stamina and things like that. I mean, that will be incredibly important. Before I go to sleep, let's tend to food, water, etc. And then we'll have the big relocation task tomorrow. As you can see, I am definitely a bit of a jogger, which is great. That looks gross. Alright, food and water is all done. Is there a chance to bump in another hominid? Only outsiders, but not like other clans. So you can bump into... You can't bump into other species of them, though. That'd be pretty neat, though, if there was other branches. But it would add a level of complexity to this game that would have made it much, much more expensive to develop, I suspect. Alright. So quickly bang out the daily regimen. And then we'll get a move on. There is an adult and an elder that did not get rallied. And now they are. Cool. We are good. So the current priority now is to relocate to the Hillock Oasis. So we know that we are at 29, and the Hillock Oasis is going to be to the north. It's possible that we could see it from here. So let's see if we can lock into it. There it is. Perfect. That's where we're headed. All right, it's starting to rain, so let's eat one of these. And then order Mimic. Because I don't want anyone to get hypothermia if I can help it. Thank you for tuning in to Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I'm not, however, looking for feedback. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow hominids.